appointment for the writing center. Is there anyone else who's made a 1:30 appointment? So well done. If I'm seeing it, you're kind of safe. So what I'd like to do now.
Blessing. Thank you.
I'd like to share
Oh, I did. We broke up.
with
I
each of
really
you
don't know.
so that we
But
can focus our
yo,
work on
yeah,
how to
we
get the
broke
very
up.
best out of
Yeah,
it.
sadly.
This is a video from the IB English guys, and it
Yeah.
is
So, yeah.
10 common mistakes that they who grade this all the time,
Hold on,
every
chat.
year, every
So
semester,
yeah,
they sit
we
down
broke.
for 9 days and they grade
I.
over
She said
1,000
she wasn't ready
IB submissions
for
for the higher level
emotional
essay.
relationship right
They've
now.
seen a ton
So
of
yeah.
essays, and they are gonna share with you the things
But
you shouldn't do.
I do
And
still
all
love
you
her.
have to do is have your essay up and make sure that you haven't done these things, because they cost you. Okay, so we're just going to work our way through these, and if you're not in any danger, you don't have to worry. But I
Yeah, I
want you
still
to
love
check,
and stuff. So
because
like,
when the grader grades it, he or she might see these errors. What's happening?
Oh, where is it?
You have to show me the pass.
Oh, no, sure.
Okay, so here's the first one. Just have a listen and follow.
yo, what's up?
I'm Andrew, and I'm Dave with our IB English guys, and today we want to address the higher level essays, assessment lots of the students are working on.
Yeah, what's up, everyone?
10 common mistakes in higher level essays. Okay, these are 10 things not to do, not 10 things that you want to do. That's right. That's clear. All right, Mr. Giles, start us off. Give me number one. What's the first common mistake we should avoid?
Do you want to break up with what? Nah, that's okay, little Terry. There's always boxes. There's always boxes. It's crazy. How many people do you want to break up with? Zero.
You got that research, a title and a research question. Folks, you might want to go back
Zero.
to that last video where we talked about lines.
What's up, everyone?
Look at our higher level essay thesis.
So yeah, everything's good, but yeah, I'm good. I'm okay.
We're good there because your cover page has the inquiry question. And so long as your inquiry question has a global issue and a specific literary
No.
element, and then
Do not time out.
discusses, that's clear, and that's what we need.
Don't time him out. But yeah, guys, it's really sad. I've been crying a lot and stuff. So yeah, I've been. Let's see, what do you go? She said we broke up because she wasn't ready, emotional ready for a relationship right now. But you doing it? Yeah, what's up? But joke. I know. I know. But yeah, she said she was emotionally ready and stuff, so I respect that and stuff. Hopefully we can talk things out and, hopefully we can get back together. Yo, what's up, guys? What's up, Inflate?
Thesis statements. It's one of the, well, it is the most important sentence that you've written in this entire essay. Can
What
someone
happened?
just clarify
I
for me,
guess he
where
wasn't
is the reader going to
truly
look
ready
for
for a
your thesis
relationship.
statement?
In your first paragraph?
In the first paragraph, where?
And like the first
Yeah, I guess she wasn't really truly for a relationship.
Yes, the last. It should be at the end of your introductory paragraph. It's a thesis statement, and it's a sentence that answers your inquiry question. So it should also have the rich global issue and whatever literary devices you have found, the most central inquiry. I want you to look at that.
Yes. Yo, what's up? What's up, baby? Age 16. Hey, TJ, yeah.
At this time, we are on a hold. Clear the hallways, hold in your room or area. At this time, we are on a hold. Clear the hallways, hold in your room or area. Students, if you are out of your class, please find the nearest classroom and go into it.
I guess she wasn't ready yet. So yeah, age 16. She wasn't ready yet.
In direct words, but for me as a reader, an intro should look like a funnel. It should funnel information from the very broad world in which we live down into your novel or play or movie, and then down into your inquiry. It should start broad and move into something
You're
that's very
16. I'm
precise.
16.
The thesis statement is the
I'm
most
16.
precise
I'm
word
about to
in
be
your written
17, but I'm
written.
16.
So the hook should be very philosophical and universal and very global, and then there should be some introductory elements
So
of
yeah,
the author
it's just a
and
lot going
context
on, guys.
to the story,
So yeah, I
and
just want to
then
put
you've
that
got
out
the
here and
thesis
stuff. So
itself.
like, if I don't post or nothing,
You can have
I'm
someone
just trying
else
to get
read it, or
I'm
just
trying to be
make a
emotional
note to have a
ready.
look at
I'm
it,
trying to get
but your thesis statement
what's to
really
say.
has to summarize your entire essay.
I'm trying to fix my
Maybe you wrote it
mental
before you
health and
wrote your
stuff because
essay,
I'm
so you
really
might
going
need to
through a lot of stuff.
adapt
So
it.
like, if I don't post a lot, it's
Yeah,
because I'm
now
trying to
you've written
focus on
your essay,
myself.
you
So
know
yeah,
exactly the content inside your
I'm
essay.
21.
You
No,
can then
you're
go
not.
back and write your thesis statement based on what you found.
There you go. I'll call you on. No, you're not.
Okay. So
So yeah,
this
guys.
looks like
Think I might take a break from
the
YouTube
author
and
portrays
stuff.
internal struggles using
I might. I
symbolism,
think I might take a break from
metaphors, and
YouTube.
vivid imagery to
She
illustrate
just
the
wasn't ready and stuff,
glorification of
and
soldiers fighting in the
she
Vietnam
said she
War.
wasn't ready. So yeah,
So that's what
you
we're
know.
expecting. I hope your thesis
Make your
statement
day a little bit.
sets
Have a
up
best.
your essay.
Thank
That's
you. Hi, it's Acorn. What's up, Acorn? What's up? Hi, hello, Monkey Bake Bob. I just came to make your day a little rest. I have a bad day. Thank you. Damn. You okay? Yeah, I still love it though. Yes, I do. Like,
Once
with
again,
I
if
tried
you've
talking to her
struggled
and
with your
stuff, but
intro,
I
if you
feel like
need
I
a bit
should
of
leave her
help with your
alone, give her
intro,
the space she
there's
needed.
a video for this that's linked, or you can just look for it. It says video 3, key elements of the introduction. And there's what you need. There's an example. There are no secrets here. If you don't really
But
know
yeah,
how
I
to write
actually
the
have been
introduction,
crying.
just find the
So
video, watch
you
the
break.
video, and
Just
create an
join like
introduction that's super broad,
she said she
nice
wasn't
and
ready yet, and so yeah, that's why we broke up. She said she just needed a break and stuff. Like she needs some space from
Let's
me,
go to the
and
next
yeah.
one. Don't do this.
There is, yes, it's really broken. It's broken, but hopefully I get through this and stuff. Hopefully I get through a lot of stuff. Hopefully we can get back together, like 'cause I really do like her and stuff, and she really the best. She was really the best for me and stuff. So yeah. So yeah, but hopefully this won't affect my YouTube thing and stuff. I feel bad. It's okay. Hopefully this won't affect
So
my
ensure
YouTube
that your
thing
introduction is
and
stylish,
stuff. So like,
is precise,
I'm
shows
not
your
trying to
own
let it
voice,
affect my
like gives
YouTube
your
because I'm trying to make
individuality,
YouTube
is a
my
little
full
bit
career and
creative.
stuff. So like,
You know,
I
you're
gotta get
trying to
pushed by
grab the
this.
reader and say, hey, it's me,
So yeah.
Jonathan Dirth. You may never have read this essay before, but I want to introduce myself. I've got fantastic deep thoughts.
Thank
I've
you
got
for everyone for
style. I've
supporting
got
me and stuff.
originality. I
So
can
like
create.
a video,
Your intro needs to
I
kind of
think I will
say
be
all
dropping a
that
video
in
tomorrow,
that formulaic
something like that. So yeah,
So
thank you.
every word needs to be kind of considered to give that reader that first impression. I am good at this. I know how to write an essay.
Okay.
I've got lots of great things to say. Enjoy. So you can give your intro to someone else, or you can ask your folks to read it and
Black
just
color
see if you're
film.
really making
What do
that
you mean by
strong
that?
first impression.
So yeah, guys.
Is a limited or narrow scope in your higher level essay. Typically, you would see this perhaps when a student has chosen poetry or an advertisement where they're looking at one small text, but they're not considering the larger body of work. Remember, this is a 1,500 word paper. You want to show command of the entire body of work. If you're doing poetry, you need 2 or 3 poems. If you're doing ads, you need 2 or 3 ads. You can't just focus on one ad. You must connect to that larger campaign or work. Short text, need friends.
Nah, bro, I keep making YouTube.
My thought
Bro,
for
sorry,
each
bro.
of you would be this. If you've read a novel, or if you've watched a movie, or if you've read a play, you want to prove to the reader that you've got command, understanding of the entirety of the play or novel or movie. So if you've got evidence, you should have evidence from the beginning, from somewhere in the middle, and from somewhere at the end to show that you've actually read the entire book and it all made sense to you. If there is an essay and all of the quotes come from the first 10 pages of the book, the reader might suspect that you haven't actually read the entire book. So
Yes,
right
I still
now,
do
just
love
have
it.
a
Yo,
look at
hello.
your quotes.
I don't know what to say.
Do
I
they
feel for you.
span
Yeah, can you
the
dance? I can't really
entirety of
dance.
the
What's up,
text?
everything? What's
Or
up,
if it's the
everyone?
Barbie movie, are you discussing the entirety of the movie? Barbie Land at the beginning, LA in the middle, Barbie Land at the end, or Kendom at the end. Okay, so just have a look at your quotes and make sure that they span the spectrum of your text. If you find a problem and you need more time, just make a little note. Send a little note to yourself, like put a little comment.
You better be
Must
on mute. No, I'm
add
not.
quote from end, or must put more quotes from something. All right.
Okay, the next one is our kind of a pet peeve is long and rambling body paragraphs. Your paragraphing is really important. It's a 1,500 word essay. So you got to make sure you're really thinking deliberately about your body paragraphs and make sure that your paragraphs.
So what are you doing right now? Right now, I'm making a thumbnail. I'm talking to you while I'm making a thumbnail.
We don't like to see paragraphs without topic sentences, right? So
Okay. I have seen this in drafts.
Yeah, target.
Student
Yeah, I'm trying to hit
started
5K
writing
right
and just
now.
needed words, so the
Yeah,
student
I'm
wrote
making
a
a thumbnail.
whole lot of words, and they repeated themselves and just went up topic a little bit. And then the paragraph goes on and on and on and on, but it doesn't really say anything. So it's a
I'm about to make
low-scoring use of words. You've also double-spaced your essay, so that's sort of extended the paragraph somewhat on the page. So I want each of you now to look at the longest body paragraph. Look at the longest paragraph of analysis. Does it stretch for more than 3/4 of a full sign? Does it maybe completely take a page? If it does, just look for a point in the middle where you can split it up. Readers much prefer small nuggets of information rather than long paragraphs that never end. So check your longest paragraph and ask yourself, could I split it up into two? And find a place halfway through and just put a little topic sentence into that second paragraph, like, additionally, la la la, or in the same manner, El Sadawi, blah blah blah, and break your paragraphs up a little. It doesn't cost you anything, and it really makes for a better read.
Can I roll see if it's okay? Yeah. Yeah, sure, you can do it.
Make sure that your paragraphs are not 4/5 of a sign. If you found a long paragraph that's a little rambly, just make a note on the side, must fix this, or must
Yeah, you can do it.
this.
Okay, chat,
Vanessa, when this came up, I thought of you. Have you been
Okay, little Tigger, your target
At
yet?
this time, the goal has been lifted.
Yes.
At this
Yeah, they're
time, the
mostly
goal-
small.
I'm trying to hit 5K.
Okay. They're not.
My
like,
goal is
super
to
long.
hit 5K, but
That's great. That's great. Okay, so let's try the next one.
keep that in mind. I think another thing to avoid is poor use of references. Mr. Giles, we like to see
Quotes.
little nuggets of quotes interspersed throughout the text. We don't like to see long quotations that take up 2-3 lines. We think that's
You look
wasting
at
more
the most I
conversation
sent you.
space. So please use your references effectively. Make sure they're well chosen.
I don't want a
Only
new
identify the
girlfriend.
key aspects of the play that help
I
push
don't
your
want a new
argument, your
girlfriend,
line of inquiry.
actually.
Yeah, that's great. You choose those really rich quotes that just give you so much stuff to talk about. It's great.
Okay. I think this could be the key to today's editing. Look at your quotes, and if any of your quotes are more than 2
I don't
lines
want a
of
new
your text,
girlfriend
maybe
at
they're
all.
3 lines, maybe they're 4 lines, and the quote just begins at the beginning of the sentence and just goes on and on and on, and you've got like 2 or 3 sentences of the quoted text. Consider doing what we mentioned on Monday, and that is embedding it into a
Keep
sentence.
making YouTube
You
videos for me.
take the piece of the quote that you want to talk about, that you're actually going to reference, and you cut the rest out, and then you start a sentence in your own writing and then flow directly into the quote. I can show you an example because it's just a really good use of words, and it sort of helps. You know, it's really very very helpful. So here's an example. This student found a quote, and it was the full sentence, you know, it was like Tim O'Brien talking. But they didn't shove in the entire quote. They didn't just put in 3 lines and then say, this quote means this. They have written about the quote. Metaphorically, this pig factory is used to convey the degree of O'Brien's internal discomfort and fear of violence, in which the draft notice had brought about. He felt as though his life was, and here's the quote, collapsing towards slaughter. He's pushed the quote into his sentence. And now that's the important quote, collapsing, slaughter. I want
How you
each
know my
of
full
you
name, gang?
to find your longest quote. Just have a look. You can find quotes easily.
Remember
Just
5K
skim
sucks.
through
Yes, I
your
know.
essay until you find your longest quote. Wiley, you've got a perfect essay, nothing more to do. Because like, wouldn't it be strange to not do this and then get counted off on it? That would just, it would kind of not make any sense at all. You've done all of this hard work, and then you've, then you kind of lose on the stuff that doesn't take a lot of thought. Here's another example. He visualizes the disappointment his family members and townsfolk, a swirl of faces, symbolic of the shame he felt for betraying his country. O'Brien intentionally describes the pressure presented by this envisionary audience as a tool to convey his conflict with, quote, patriotic ridicule. So there's a little bit of quote, but it's the important quote, and it's embedded within the analysis. That scores more than a big chunk of quote that you don't talk about. So I would wish you all to just try and find one of those big chunky quotes that you might have embedded, you might have shoved it in, and see if you can do this. It saves words and adds points, and that's exactly what you want to do.
I can say goodbye. Thank you. Do you have siblings? Yes.
If you need more time with this, or you'd like my help with this, make a comment on your text, must break this quote up, and then when we've got some time at the end, I might help you with putting one in. These wise old men, they like you to embed your quotes into sentences. All right, a couple more.
Okay, the next thing is word count issues.
Word
Oh,
count
yeah.
issues.
Word count issues, because going over word count is an absolute no-no. No one goes over word count. You don't want to do that. You also want to think about having a really low word count is, to me, a sign that you could have a word sing. And so we want to make sure, we want to try to get as close to 1,500 as possible.
Well, Mr. Giles, the course guide says 12 to 1,500 words.
Yeah, that's true.
It's true, but we think better.
Do you want to play baseball? Yeah, sure.
Not close to 1,200. It shows that you put a lot of time and energy in thinking.
And make sure you put the word count at the bottom of your essential. It has to be there.
Yeah.
Yeah, or the cover page. Okay, so please do this now, all of you. Just do one more check of your word count. You should probably be doing this on the hour every hour until near midnight tomorrow.
4, 4.
It's just your body of text. So just the intro through the conclusion.
Wow.
I'll show you.
Who did break
This
up with
is
you?
the
My cat's girlfriend.
official word
So
count.
yeah.
It goes
Hold on,
from
guys. Madness.
It goes from the beginning, so not the first page, not your cover page, but just the essay starting at your intro paragraph. And then you go all the way through
Here it is.
until the concluding one, and then you end it there. And then word count. And this essay is 1,441.
Ooh.
Write that on the cover page.
Yeah, she just said she wasn't ready, and I respect that.
Are you ready?
No.
I saw an essay last class after doing this, after saying to everyone with my words, because I'm trying to help each of you, try and maximize, get to
Yeah, I'm okay. I'm doing better.
1,480, 1,490. There was a student who had 1,497. That's a maximization of words. But there was a student who had 1,250. Which means that student has left 250 words out of their essay. That's a paragraph. So they have removed a paragraph or not.
Yeah, I'm
written a
doing
paragraph.
fine. I like it.
They've
Thank you.
chucked it in the trash, essentially.
What's
So there's no credit can be given for those 250 words. I don't know why anyone would do that.
Right now, I'm doing
Why
a
would
thumbnail.
they not put another quote in? Why would they
So
not
chat,
analyze
right now, I'm
more
trying to do a
fully? Why
thumbnail.
would they
So
not
yeah,
add
for this
context to
video
their
I'm about to
intro
make.
paragraph? All these things score. So why say, nah, I don't need the points, just chuck it in the trash. 1250, done. I want to see that you're maximizing
Cable outside.
1450, 1470, etc.
Okay, hold up.
I really want to see 1220.
Okay.
Because you're nearly throwing 300 words,
No,
a
that don't
fifth
look
of your
good.
essay away. Why would you not want them to read that? So that's my thought about word count. If it's in the 1200s, consider adding something. Add a quote, add a paragraph, add a character analysis.
That don't look good. That don't look good. How old are you? I'm 16. About to be 17.
There's no word tab and either.
No, you just need it once.
Power no,
So
robot.
everyone here is putting it at the beginning, which for me makes sense because the reader's like, okay, 1470, okay, that it just goes in and they're like, okay.
It gives you more information.
It sets them up.
Right.
Yeah.
Because I thought he said add a word tab, and I was like, what?
Yeah, well, we've got it in 2 places.
Oh, you're 9? Yo, you're a kid.
Yeah, I'll expect to see it on the front cover. Okay. So we're nearly there. One more thing, one more error to avoid.
The thing we've already talked about briefly, but again, avoid poor topic sentences in your paragraphs. Remember, you have a very precise line of inquiry, you have a broad literary or linguistic focus.
Okay, for me,
Sentences.
it,
Remind
bruh,
the reader of your idea. Remind the reader of that broad
how's your
literary
name? My name is Daniel. Just, yeah, my name's not that hard. Just XO Daniel.
Yeah, that's right. Remember also the next.
Okay. Here's another thing that everyone can do because it's easy to do. It doesn't take a lot of brain power if you're tired and you don't want to look at your essay anymore. Just try this. This essay is a communication of your thoughts and knowledge to another human being. So really communicate, like actually guide the reader through. And you do this by introducing each body paragraph with a clear, precise, and well-written topic.
Do y'all like your profile picture? Yeah. Or
So your topic
just daddy? No,
come at
do
the
not call me
beginning
that.
of your body paragraphs, and they introduce what's already been written by you. The reader doesn't know, but you know. So take a look at the first sentences of each of your body paragraphs and just read them. And then just check that your body paragraphs are actually doing what you say. Yeah. Exciting. For example, this is a successful topic sentence. So this is a topic sentence that works. So
Is Miles Morales puffing out? It's
it
Spider-Man.
says, arguably, nice transitional word there, the character with the strongest focus on internal struggles toward the war is Norman Bowker. So the reader's like, okay, this one's about Norman Bowker. And then it says where O'Brien uses the symbolism of driving aimlessly and powerful flashbacks, so we know that those are the text features, symbolism and flashbacks, to expose the commonality of PTSD. So it's got the global issue, it's tying it back to the global issue, it's got the particular focus, and it's introducing the character that's being discussed. I want your topic sentences to guide the reader into your paragraphs. Yeah? So just read the first sentence of each of your body paragraphs and ask yourself, does that have a global issue? Does it tie into the thesis? Does it introduce the characters that are being discussed? Yeah. All right. Exhausted? You're like that.
You're making some noise there. So if you don't No,
want
I was
to
not born with
now, but you
dreads.
do feel as though it's important, just make a comment on the document, read topic sentences, and set up the paragraphs, or clarify paragraphs in topic sentences. You know? Just make sure that your communication with the reader is as clear and positive as possible. The inquiry question is a signpost. The thesis statement is a signpost. Your topic sentences are signposts as guides. So make sure they're guiding the reader to success. And that leads me to the last thing that I want to show you. A very, very easy way to get extra credit is to add some snazzy transitional words. These are your last set of signposts, guidelines. They are just words that connect different paragraphs, different topics, different ideas in your essay. And all I did to find this long list of transitional words is I Googled, I did a search, like a search engine search for transitional words for essays .pdf. So I just went online to a Google search engine and I typed in transitional words
I'm with you.
for essays.
Yo, what's up? Hey, what's up, baby?
PDF. And then I found a university website that had a list. And they're all kind of cool. They're very nice words. They're good to add. And what I want you to do is just overlook these and find a couple of really nice words, or read your essay and think, well, how can I guide the reader from this paragraph to this paragraph, or how can I further the conversation within this paragraph? And just pick one of these words, and just, instead of the word and or but, you can use something like likewise, or equally, or moreover. And if you add one of these snazzy words, you're indicating to the reader that you did this on purpose. This word correspondingly. I like.
You
when
okay?
I see
Not
it in
really.
your
I'm
essay,
not
I'll
okay.
know you've done it on purpose. You're
I'm not really okay, y'all.
to the process of writing.
When was you born? I was born
Doing that to a
2008.
reader who's going to give you your IB exam, I think that's probably worth doing. And it's not difficult to do. So just find a
I was
list of these
born
words
in
online,
2008.
go to a new website, go to a new tab, and just type in transitional words. And then look at the list and
Yeah,
just
so
find
okay.
a couple
No,
of
I'm
really
not
nice
okay.
ones. So these are in addition. If you want to keep saying something, just say furthermore, or equally, or in addition. Or if you want to do some supporting thing, this word significantly is a very nice transitional word.
Last year.
Thank you. Thank you. And you're guiding the reader to the focus of this next line. If you've got some really great analysis, you want to put the word significantly, and it sharpens the reader's interest in what you're about to say. And if indeed it is significant, you've just gained a point. Because the rubric says this. The essay is effectively organized and cohesive, and there is a high degree of accuracy. Yeah. The register and style are effective and appropriate. This is how you get those high points for those different criteria. It's not difficult. You know, it's kind of like, this is the polishing bit. This is the bit that gets you a few more points at no extra cost. If you'd like to sort of juxtapose something, if you want something that's in opposition, then you can use something like this. What about the word conversely? I like that word because I like the shoes. Conversely. No. I met Lee, and he does wear Converse. So, how difficult is that? It's not difficult, but it's just the difference between the high-scoring essays and those middle-scoring.
Daniel J. Peacher, do you have a dog? No, I do not have a dog.
They're not having a conversation.
They're just telling you.
They're just like, I had to do this essay, so I did it. What do you want, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I'm tired. Oh, you know, the essays can communicate. I don't really care. I didn't really proofread. I certainly didn't care about the grade.
Instead of feeling like the writer actually cares and actually wants to actually.
It's this, every word is saying something. That's why we write, to communicate.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, I always think of the grader as an old lady. She's got a bad back. You know, she's a little bit of a curmudgeon. You know, she's tired, poor thing. She doesn't want to have to work out what you want to say. She wants you to say, "Hello, little old lady. I'm a nice person. I've thought about you, so I'm just going to guide you through this essay, and you don't need to worry." And it's all nice and clear, and the inquiry question's clear, and the topic sentences are clear, and the lady's like, "Well, I like you. You seem like a nice person." Do you know what I mean? Because you're spending time to discuss things with them.
And to fix and edit it and to make sure you
Yeah,
get your
yeah,
point.
it's just this attention to detail. Yeah. All right. Well, look, there are so many of these things. You know, in your conclusion, you can put in brief
Yes, I'm in class.
to sum up.
Yo, what's up, bro? Hey guys, almost finished with it. See, I'm almost finished with it. I have to fix the title. I have to fix this and these two.
Any of these things.
Let's just forget it. That's nonsense. Just forget it. No, it's good, guys. It just she said she wasn't. She said she wasn't ready for for a relationship.
Well, I've really tried.
So I still love her stuff. I still care about her, and you all could. And I love her.
If there's anybody
She's
who'd
like,
like me to look over their
she's like
work
mine.
while we're here, while I'm
I
here,
love her still.
just
So
let me
yeah.
know.
I actually bleached. I just drank it. You are.
If
Mhm.
tomorrow, I mean,
So yeah,
um,
badly cut towel.
maybe ATL. ATL.
How guys? How? Hmm. Can you see to see your snow? Lightning. Lightning. No. Can I change the color? Yo, what happened? A lot. Uh, Let me see if I can. I think I can. Yeah. Uh, Blue. Yeah, let's put blue.
She was bad in the anime though. Even better being in so the guy.
Yeah, no. I haven't felt it, but I kept meeting you on live. YouTube is the best. Doing the best to make you me. So yeah, what's up? Okay, I'm almost finished with it, chat. I'm almost finished. I think I'm gonna make these two upper. I'm gonna make them upper.
That's clear. I was doing this in 1980.
Okay.
So, I mean, in my mind, this AI is a danger.
Unreal power.
In the 1980s, I had to do a lot of stuff. I couldn't type in a prompt to get an answer. I had to actually do the math. Still like, I still feel as though that might represent
Mm-mm. What's the unreal power? I think I'm gonna change it. Something like that. I don't know. I think I'm gonna change the colors. I think yellow. That's not yellow. That's not yellow.
Is my picture one thing or is my picture a series of choices?
Okay. Yes.
Yeah,
Use AI? No, I don't use AI.
so you're gonna mention words, you're gonna mention a self-conscious use, but then you have to be careful that you're kind of identifying each paragraph with a sort of line and a word like
Ooh, that was good.
so like readers not nice. And I think if you do all that very precise,
Use AI.
trying the character is used to emulate. That's used still there in my fiction. You're not just now that you've done the inquiry, you found that fiction. What else did you find to read in that box? You found quotes like Alexander, like repetition, symbolism, like more.
Yo, what's up, if you want?
Everything you're trying to recall is in the past. So it's something that's not particularly unique, and it's worth mentioning in a paragraph. See, Tim O'Brien, all the books we've read, his craft, his use of diction, imagery, captures the truth. And his use of all of these things was so great, and that's history. You know, I think that's history because probably it's accurate. Yeah, probably it's all else that history is. And it's close.
Hey guys.
Oh,